Welcome to the Friday edition of the Daily Payoff. I hope you've been enjoying these. They've been a lot of fun. Under 10 minutes, Monday through Friday, high level, what's going on in the wrestling business. We're not doing these Saturday and Sunday. That's my time to get bossed around by my wife. Today we have just one topic. Vincent Kennedy McMahon is maybe back in charge of creative. So here's the deal. He's not in charge of creative. He's not in charge of creative. It's somewhere in the middle. And there's a lot to this. So let's just talk about a few things. First of all, creative was better without him. It's just true. The last 6 or 7 months, whatever it's been, Triple H has done a fantastic job owning creative. But two things can be true, okay? And so for those that blast Vince McMahon and, he needs to stay out of creative and he's an idiot and we're going to chant fire Vince during the commercials of NXT on Tuesday. So for all this fire Vince talk, yes, he in 2023 and really for a while now, creative has not been his strong suit. However, Vince McMahon is one of the greatest business minds ever. So again, a few things can be true here, right? He can be a flawed person that did things in his personal life that are not good. He can be bad at creative now. He can have booked some of the greatest storylines in history and done some great stuff with booking over his time in charge of that aspect of the business. He can be one of the greatest business minds ever. So again, this fire Vince or Vince has to go or Vince is evil or Vince is an idiot. He turned almost nothing into a $9 billion company. He's booked some incredible stuff. He is a great business mind. But I believe he's out of touch with creative now. The other aspect of this too, understand Vince is a founder of a company in his 70s that is not the best person to be dealing with today's talent. Why? Because of generations. This happens all the time in business. You have someone that's been there forever, that's been in charge, that's my way or the highway, that's a boomer generation, tough love, hard-ass manager, and he gets around people in their 20s and 30s that absolutely do not want to be managed that way, despise that type of management, and it creates a horrible dynamic. The reality is what's happening in WWE is not unique to the wrestling business. It's not unique to anything. This is perfectly normal in business. This happens all the time. It's not that complicated. Vince McMahon's entire identity, his entire life is tied into this business that he built over 4 decades. He is not going anywhere. He is not going to give it up. He is going to continue coming into work. He's going to continue putzing around. He's going to continue being brash and pissing off the talents and other people that work at the company. That's just the reality of things. So fire Vince, getting mad about Vince being involved will get you absolutely nowhere. I'd argue that Vince may have more swagger than ever before. He's dyed his hair jet black. He's grown a ridiculous mustache. He's about to put $2 billion of cash into the bank. He's going to have more power in this new entity than Dana White has. The guy's virtually untouchable. And he knows that legally, all this stuff, he paid off these women, all that's behind him. So he doesn't care. And he's now going to do whatever he wants. So again, there's just a lot here. I think that we as wrestling fans need to accept the fact that he's going to be involved. He's going to do things that we and the talents don't like, and there's nothing we can do about it. And it's going to continue for as long as he is healthy and has the ability to do it. He will not go anywhere. So is he in charge of creative? No. Is he not in charge? No. I mean, it's just somewhere in the middle. And I think it's as simple as he's just putzing around. He's putting on a headset, barking orders. He's looking at storylines and tweaking things. And it's probably annoying as hell. And the talents, especially the younger ones, probably hate it and probably hate his style. And this is the same thing that occurs in businesses around the country where the founder, owner, CEO that has a ton of control does not leave. And it's generational, and it's an attitude that it is what it is. So anyways, just wanted to break down the dynamic of what's going on. Triple H has this announcement tonight. My guess is it's going to be very similar to what we saw on Monday. And I'll just point out one other thing. We say, oh, well, Triple H is addressing the fans. That's half of it. The other half of it is he's addressing the talent as well. Now, you may say, well, if he was addressing the talent, wouldn't they do that backstage? Yeah, and they kind of did, but they have to reassure the talent that, hey, Triple H is in charge and Triple H is calling the shots and creative will be fine. So I think it's just as much for the talent as it is for the fans. So we'll see what happens tonight. That's what's going on with Vince. Again, love him, hate him, be indifferent to him, whatever. He is not going anywhere. Would it surprise us if we have another 10, 15 years of him showing up for TV, showing up for premium live events, being involved? Absolutely not. So that's it. Have a great weekend. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you again on Monday for more of the Daily Payoff.